Uvalde Radio, hey, good morning. It's Robert Miguel here with you again till noon. You got a call. Call me with a request, 830-407-5137. Email robertmcgill@uvalderadio.net. You know what? If I don't get in touch real soon, it's because we got business. It is National School Choice Week. We've also got Catholic School Week coming up very, very soon. And if you don't know what school choice is a process of allowing every family to choose the K through 12 educational options that best fit their children. Every child is unique, with all children learning differently. Some children might succeed at the neighborhood public school. Others might fit in better in a charter, magnet, online, private, or home learning environment. So this week, we're spending a little bit of time to focus on the other options, the private school options that Uvalde County has to offer. So with me from the Sacred Heart Catholic School, please welcome Principal Altagracia Valles.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for joining us, and I'm looking forward to unpacking a little bit of information about Sacred Heart Catholic School here in Uvalde. As I recall, I think it's the longest-running, oldest private school in town, but I'll let you go over the history in a moment. But right now, Ms. Valles, let's go ahead and talk about you. You're the new principal at the school, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and let's talk about you. How long have you been in Uvalde, and how long have you been at Sacred Heart?
All righty. Well, within Uvalde, and actually, I am from Brackettville down the road, so
Okay.
I feel like I'm from here, too.
Yeah, for sure.
I officially moved here back in 2017, but I also commuted to Brackettville and then to my house in San Antonio. And I love the community and the responsiveness to life and service. And attending Sacred Heart here, both the church as well as the school, and working alongside my colleagues, I have really, really witnessed just selfless, loving people with good, giving hearts, hardworking, giving of their time and talents. And this has been a truly humbling experience. And this is Uvalde. This is us. This is Uvalde.
So let's talk about you as Uvaldean. You do live here in the city proper now, right? Is that what you said?
Yes, sir. I actually, I do have my home in San Antonio as well as Brackettville, as well as here. So I have been commuting. And I have been, throughout my experience, I've lived all over Texas, but I am home. That's the intent.
You are definitely representing Southwest Texas. All right, so you're getting around there, and that's fantastic. So tell me, before we get too much into the Sacred Heart stuff, let's talk about you personally. Give us as much of your personal background story as you're comfortable telling us about, and tell us a few things that you love about Uvalde as a community.
Yes, well, as I said, that I am from Brackettville. I graduated from high school. I went straight to college to major in English and Spanish with teacher certification. I meant business, so I graduated in 3 years, and I earned my ESL, which is English as a second language certification. I continued my master's in school administration with a principal certification in pre-K through 12. And throughout, I worked in public education for 31 years as a high school teacher, as an administrator, and as a district director. And this spanned through West Texas, East Texas, the Valley, Southwest Texas, and here now, which is Southwest Texas. I did retire from public education not too long ago, and then went into the participation of the Del Mar College Rebuild Texas Carpentry Construction Program in Corpus Christi. And I learned framing, roofing, blueprints, and just so much good information.
Wow, yeah.
And then I even built the structure with my team. Small, but nonetheless, did built, and the learning was just amazing, very exceptional. And presently, I am in my 6th month as principal at Sacred Heart Catholic School, and I continue to learn. I learn from the children every day. It's what I've said throughout, that I entered kinder at 5 years old, and it's like I've never left. I never graduated. I'm still in school, and I'm loving it.
What a fantastic story. Just, knee deep in education, and then some home improvement there too. Oh. Man, I tell you what, you are a Jill of all trades. So that's a fantastic story so far. Well, what about in your private life? What are hobbies and things you like to do when you're off the clock?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I love my family. I love my children. I do write. I love the carpentry construction, and I just have some small projects. But I do have big plans. I do a lot of drafting, and that is just ongoing throughout. Learning, of course, being in this new role in parochial school, it is a little different from the public education. There are a lot of similarities, but then also there's learning for me. So I do spend a lot of time actually doing my homework, learning, and planning, and just preparing to be a better administrator, a better person. But overall, family, love, family is where it is.
Now, you obviously are qualified for this job, and we appreciate you taking on the responsibility. Now, it's no secret that not only has the world gone through a lot with a recent pandemic, but Uvalde in particular has gone through some very, very sensitive, tragic events. So jumping into this job, I mean, not only are you doing what's already a hard job, which is, molding, the minds of our future generations, but at a time where this community has been rocked, I'm sure you had to pray on it real hard, and there was probably a lot of consideration. What is it that led you to this role at Sacred Heart, if you don't mind me getting a little personal?
Oh, no, thank you for asking that. And it is personal. It is, because it is a calling. It is something that, and I see this in my colleagues as well, so I'm not alone in this, that it is a feeling, it's a sense, it's something, it's a knowingness. So I felt very experienced throughout in public education, and for my role here at Sacred Heart, it truly felt like it wasn't, as I had a resume, but it really didn't do justice to what is called of a person, being with our special children and responding to their needs. It is something that I do from the heart. I love that I'm able to practice my person both professionally and spiritually. I love that I can stop in the middle of the day and pray and then listen to others and just be so in tune with who we are as human beings, the basic human, because we're all in this together ultimately in this world throughout every day. And so I see in my colleagues their love for each other, love for the children, the honesty that's there, and it is a service. It truly is. In my case, I had prayed about this throughout, and I had retired, and then I had been recruited to San Antonio this last school year, and I did service there, public education, but I still had, in me, the sense of this more of this giving, and then of course with our experience of May, that it definitely did impact me. Mm-hmm. I think it did a lot of us, and it led me just to go inward. And just reflect on what I could contribute, what more I could do. As I spoke with Father, actually during our interview, that I felt that so much had been given to me, and that in attending school, church, and so on, that I was a receiver, and that I really felt a need to give, just to share. And it's just so beautiful to be able to, again, practice one's full person spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and be giving in that and be received and loved and appreciated right along the way. So it is a calling, and for me it was. It certainly was.
Again, we're talking to Altagracia Valles. She's the new principal at the Sacred Heart Catholic School here in Uvalde. Their address is 401 West Leona Street. You can call them at 830-278-2661. The website is shcsuvalde.org. And Altagracia, let's go ahead and get into the campus. First of all, let's talk about your day in the life as a principal. Just give us a quick rundown on what your day looks like.
Sure, absolutely. It's a beautiful day. Always, it's a beautiful day. Regardless of how one walks into the building, steps on the campus, it just automatically transforms. It does for me. So we begin our day with our morning prayer. We receive our children in the morning at drop-off, which is very heartwarming. We have our morning prayer. We have our children lead us in that. They also lead us in our school songs. And each grade level has their selected songs, so we all join in and we sing. And then they do lead us also in our school motto, which is, I believe in Jesus Christ and my ability to do my best. I will think, I will participate, I will learn, and we will succeed. We will succeed, and all for Jesus. And that's just a beautiful way to start the day, with smiles and an uplifting spirit. And then throughout the day, we have our teachers in the classroom, our students. There's joy. You walk into the classroom, and there's interaction, smiling faces. I love the greeting, stepping in and hearing the children say, "Welcome to our classroom, all for Jesus." And it's consistently throughout all grade levels and all classes. And so we really embrace each other, and the love and the generosity of spirit that is here with the teachers, with our students. And it just at the close of the day, it's that same, loving, nurturing. Today was especially for me, if I can say, today was especially enjoyable. And I would say, as for the rest of us, we did start our day with our traditional format, and we also then stepped right into dancing as a school. This is Catholic kindness month, and so we are focusing on kindness to each other, to the self, to others. And as I've told the children, that starts within. Kindness is not just what you do and what you say, but it's who you are. It's how you practice your person.
Yeah.
So we certainly did that. Our coach led us in dance, all sorts of dancing in Parish Hall in our cafeteria, and it was just wonderful seeing our pre-K and our kinders, our grades 1 through 6 throughout, and teachers and staff joining in. And so it is a fun, definitely a fun, loving culture that exists here. And of course, there is also the academics. Definitely that is there, but it is enjoyable. And so what better way to learn? When there is love, there is learning, and I feel here that definitely we do have both the love and the learning.
It sounds like you got lots of love and fun, and let's go ahead and hit on that learning part. Give me some highlights about the curriculum, in particular, things that you're proud of, maybe that other schools might not have to offer.
Absolutely. So our curriculum, it does differ in the public school curriculum in that, yes, we do have our core contents, our core academics. Yes, we are assessed as well. So whereas our public schools have their state, the STAR, or the end of course testing, we do have our MAP growth progress monitoring. So there is the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, end of the year progress monitoring. As a matter of fact, we just, here in January, we just are finishing up the middle of the year. So it's an ongoing looking at our growth through academics. So there is that and the requirements that the state has for all schools, the public schools, and then for us as well, the Texas Education Agency and our Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, so that's there. In addition to that, we do have a religious curriculum that we follow, and this is one that is set to us by the TCCB, which is equivalent to what Texas Education Agency would be to public education. So there is a framework of coursework, that's theology coursework for our teachers, and this is in pre-K on up to our 6th grade. So there is that daily ongoing religious study that is in the classroom as well as integrated throughout the school day. So it isn't so much that we necessarily stop and it's the old school religion, but it is also integrated throughout. We do attend Mass on Fridays usually, and of course our special days of obligation. So throughout everything, we strive to look at developing ourselves. This is children, adults, all of us, both academically and in our leadership and in our religious knowledge, but then our spiritual person as well. And our 3 core values are those that focus on our academics, on our the spiritual development, and then, of course, the leadership from oneself.
Now let's talk about the class size. What is the ratio student to instructor, and how do you guys handle or make sure, I guess, that a child doesn't get left behind?
Yes, so we do have. We are very fortunate that we do have small ratio. We have increased in size, and last year definitely we did double pretty much in size. We do have a ratio of 10 to 1, more or less. 10 students to 1 teacher, and so we do have in our pre-Ks the ratio is a little bit larger, but overall that's our average. So we are able to individualize and have our one-on-one. We know our students; they know us. We also do have our classroom interventions for special programs as our dyslexia special programs students, reading interventions, and we do have our we will have our spring semester after school tutorials. So we do partnership with UCISD, and we have individuals that do come in and provide services to our students as well. And then, of course, our teacher preparation, gearing lessons towards our students in a way that responds not just to their academic need, but also to their spiritual need as well.
Fantastic. I love hearing that you guys work with the district as well, too. Again, we've got Altagracia Valles. She's the principal over at Sacred Heart Catholic School. We're talking about all the cool information about Sacred Heart School, just in case, you're contemplating putting your child in a private school. We're just giving you some options all this week for National School Choice Week. So I'm a parent, I'm hearing what you're saying, and I'm loving it all, and I'm wanting to get my kid information and maybe registered at Sacred Heart Catholic School. What are my next steps? What do I do?
Yes, sir. So this is, as I said, this is our Catholic Kindness Month, and then we have celebrating the Catholic Schools Week, which is next week, with varying activities there. And we're promoting also the enrollment of new students. So the process is, it is online. We are on site, so parents can access our website, access the application through their process. There is financial aid also that's available to students through Hope for the Future, the Archdiocese of San Antonio, which does a wonderful job in providing for our schools and supporting us and our students. And there also there is opportunity for parents, families to come in and tour the school, so they can simply call our offices, and set up an appointment. And I will very gladly answer all questions, take parents, families, the kiddos for a tour after school, so after 3:45, and answer all questions. This is January. It is the kickoff month for our school enrollment. And so it is a click away. We would love to have more community members participate, more children in our schools. We love our parents, absolutely. Our parents move us forward, and I would love to extend our family even more so.
Now, finally, Ms. Valles, tell me, do you guys have any events coming up, fundraisers, community events, stuff that we should just kind of mark on our calendar if we want to get involved with Sacred Heart Catholic School?
Absolutely, we do. And if I could just touch on, as I've said throughout Catholic Schools Week, next week we do meet as a community for our parish Sunday celebration. We do have our Monday also declaration, proclamation of our school and our the Catholic service. We do have also celebrating on our students on Tuesday. We have our buddy breakfast. We do have a Scholastic book fair that's coming up. We are wearing our Catholic Schools Week shirt for unity on Tuesday. We are celebrating also the nation on Wednesday, and so honoring those veterans and inviting veterans also and families within our community to participate in this with us. We are offering a gratitude luncheon for our Catholic School Week sponsors. So thank you very much. A shout out to our sponsors in the community that help us yearly, and our new sponsors as well. We will be getting your shirts to you. They are very good looking this year. We do have also our Celebrating Vocations on Thursday. We have a Christ is Alive essay contest, and Voice and Vocations we're coming together to sing. And this will include our Teresian sisters as well as our Sacred Heart Catholic School clergy throughout. So very unified in celebrating our Catholic Schools Week. We're celebrating our staff on Friday. We have a whole school-wide community lunch with faculty and students. And then celebrating families. Families are what make us. So it's all about my family. We are asking families to write love letters to their students. And this is for our school, but I do encourage our community as well, for our families, just to take time to let our students know, let our children know how special they are, how loved they are, and that we're here for them. We celebrate them as well. This is all about our children. We will be having as Lenten season begins in the coming month, we will have our ongoing fish fry on through February and March. So there's a lot of activity at Sacred Heart Catholic School, and we would love to have our community participate in that.
I tell you what, Altagracia, I just hear so much love and passion for your job in your voice. It's been a fantastic time talking to you. Again, Altagracia Valles, she's the principal at Sacred Heart Catholic School. They're located at 401 West Leona Street. You can call them. Their office phone number is 830-278-2661, or get online and learn a little bit more at shcsuvalde.org. Thank you so much for all this great information. Is there any parting thoughts, any other thing we haven't touched on that you just got to get out there?
I would just love to thank you and thank our community for providing the love that you do for us, the support throughout. And I will tell you what we say every single morning, all for Jesus. What we do is all for Jesus. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your time again. National School Choice Week here with Sacred Heart Catholic School, and this is UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, ma'am. You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.